Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Halloween for those here in the US. My name is Franco and this is Trading Futures Live. Welcome back to another live trading session, right? I will start with, we're testing this new format, like just one live stream. Good morning. Welcome, Taurus, Stack. Welcome, you guys. All right, so I would like to start with the economic side of news today. We don't have much, to tell you the truth. We did have some CPI numbers off of out of Europe. all of them came beyond expectations, above expectations. And then we have a Chicago PMI today. And then just money supply, low impactful. Couple of bill auctions later at 11:30. But then we do have a very, very busy week though. This is tomorrow. OPEC meetings start tomorrow. ISM manufacturing PMI. JOLTS job opening. Wednesday we do have some mortgage numbers, and then we have ADP non-farm employment change, and then FOMC the meeting, the Fed decision, right? And we're gonna review the expectations though of the morning Edgars. We're gonna review the expectations for the rate hikes. Then we have the FOMC press conference, 2:30. Most likely will be live on this event. I did it the last time. I think it was very interesting. Thursday. On Thursday, we do have the regular jobless claims and you know, like job market numbers. But Friday we should have unemployment. Let me see. There we go. NFP and unemployment numbers. Okay, so very, very busy week this week. Today is the day where we don't have much. Also, not only economic side of news, we do have earnings. We do have a lot of earnings. Today after market close, like NXP, Goodyear. Tomorrow we have SoFi, Uber, Pfizer, and the oil companies, Labs company, Toyota, AMD, Airbnb after market close. Then we do have we do have PayPal Thursday after market close, Starbucks, Carvana. So Carvana, it's gonna be an interesting report to see. I've seen some reports that could trigger some bad reactions on the used market, used car market. So this is the week. Oh, we have Qualcomm on Wednesday in the afternoon. So it's pretty Robinhood also, Etsy. Yeah, pretty big names also this week. All right, let me take this out. Let's review the dollar, right? Because this is the daily chart on the dollar. We broke this pivot to the downside Thursday, I think, Wednesday. And then from that day, we're just retracing back up. Remember, all these formations right here represent some sort of supply, okay? So let me see, let's go see a lower time frame to see where we're at. Okay, so this is daily. Let's go to the 4 hours. If you go to the 4 hours, well, we do have this demand that turned into supply. Okay, so we're retesting this. this area right now. Although the dollar is in this area, right? There's a lot of strength in the dollar, but since it's in this area, I would prefer for it to wait till this pivot, right? Once it touches this pivot, my bias will be more to the long side of the market, okay? It's yet to see what it's going to do. Let's try to see what is inside this candle. So this let me see the 3 hours, because the 3 hours. Okay, there's no break on the 3 hours. Let's go see the 30-minute. No break on the 30 minutes. This is a big drop. When was this? Tuesday. All right, let's go see the 5 minutes. There's no break. So the only level that I have here is just this pivot, right? And is yet to see if it's going to work. It looks like it'll put some sell pressure because you have this wick and it never got to the blue line, meaning to this resistance point, right? So that represents a lot of selling for me right here. So is 111.5. I will pay attention to that number today. Okay. All right. So this is the dollar. The dollar is bullish, but it's already overextended for the day. Okay, and we haven't even opened the market. So most likely we will have some chop for the rest of the day. If we have some chop, I will be more biased to the long side of the market. Okay, because we're gonna sit here in supply. If we happen to come back down, like here, if we happen to come back down here, I will expect the market to, the dollar to react to the upside. And in this scenario, I will be more bearish in the equity market, right? If we break to the if we break to the upside and then we retest this level, that could be another bearish scenario. But give me 1 second. Sorry about that, but not very likely. Okay, so my two main scenarios here in the dollar is just chop for the rest of the day, right here in supply. In that scenario, I'll be more bullish. If we come back down to these levels right here from Friday, and then we broke to the upside last night. Actually, the London Open is right here, so I will pay attention to this level, okay? If we come back here, then I will be more... give me 1 second. All right. Soccernatic, welcome. Yo, I don't know who you voted for, but that's so... this is not good that Lula is back. I come from a socialist country, brother. That's not good. All right. Let's continue on here. All right, so here's the dollar. What about bond yields? Bond yields are going up. Not much today, just a little bit. But we're having some reaction off of this week from Tuesday, the 25th. So I want to go to a lower time frame. In this case, I'm going to go to a 60-minute, right? And if you guys see the 60-minute, we just came to this bunch of resistance points right here. If you put the line in this level, we came once, twice, 3 times. So this is the 4th time. For me, if we revisit this level, I will not pay attention for this as a supply, but the main supply for me is at this level, 4.1 to 4.15. If yields come to this level, that will make me more bullish in the equity markets. Okay. All right, the VIX. So a very strange chart. We did have this demand, right? And we broke to the downside on Friday, and we had this support area. Now we close here, we're gapping up. Now this for me represents a lot of supply right now, okay? So the most likely scenario for me in the VIX is just probably at the open come to this level, right? Somewhere around this level, right? If we have some push to the downside, remember the dollar is going up. It's going to open in supply. Let's see what it does to the market, right? So the market is dropping a little bit, not much, like 0.75%. And we haven't broken the overnight created at 5 in the morning. So it's holding pretty nice. If we happen to break to the downside, probably the VIX can come to this level and then from here continue to the downside. It's not much that I can get off of this chart actually, other than it's been very elevated for a long period of time, and now we're trying to breathe to the downside. Okay, like I said, this was a level that I was paying attention, not for a continuation, but for a quick bounce. Okay, right here, and then we have the gap up. We don't have the steam to continue to the upside from here. So I can't get much off of this chart. Let's go to the crude oil chart. So crude oil having a drop today. We did have these demands. Like if you go to the lower time frame, you have these two demands, right? Coincided with this pivot. It bounced from here like a couple of hours ago, like 1 hour ago, but now we're back to this 85, 86 level, right? It's yet to see where it's going to happen. So OPEC meeting starts tomorrow. Let's see where the movement is gonna go. So this makes me a little bearish on the equity markets. So sometimes when crude oil drops, it drags the equity market with it. Okay, depending on the level that they are sitting. So it's 9:23. Let me review the metals real quick. So metals are going down, and it makes a lot of sense because of what is happening in the dollar today. So gold's coming back down. Silver is down also, not much. Copper also down. Pretty much all commodities are going down. Okay. All right, so let's change screens here and get ready for the live trading session. So I am neutral bullish on the equity markets. That's my bias today. So I have a couple of areas that I will pay attention in the NQ. Now regarding the ES, for those who were with me on Saturday, we prepare a trading plan for the ES. So we're gonna start trading the ES on SIM today. So I will be flipping from the ES. This is the ES, this is the NQ. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the 7-minute here on the NQ, which is the one that I like to see at all times, right? And here I will have 5 minutes on the ES, okay? I don't put the 7 minutes yet. If I find an edge on the 7 minutes here on the ES, then I will start putting the 7 minutes. So what I'm going to do here is so I'm going to put here the SIM account that I just created, the SIM S&P trading strategy, so we can watch at all times when I have a position here. I will be a lot more loose on this ES trading, meaning I will try to take more trades because I want to develop an edge, okay? We already Um, hmm. All right, so I will try to take more trades in this ES. This is the same account that I created with $25,000. I will try to risk $500 or less in this ES, right? Remember, this is not going to be a real money. My real money trades are going to be in the NQ, right? So we will trade this for the rest of the year, and if we have some sort of edge, we will put real money into it, okay? But for now, just sim, and my real trades are going to be in the NQ. All right, so I do have them all here, so I want to see which one is the weakest one, and it looks like market is selling off a little bit. So here's a curious thing. Here's a very important fact. The overnight on the RTY is pretty far, whereas in the NQES is about to be broken. Right, let's see. I want to see. All right, so the NQ right here. I want to put the overnight also here on the ES. So let me start with this habit. So here's one thing that I want to have at all times: overnight high and low. Overnight high, apply, F3, so snap mode. There we go. And then Control C, V, and this is the overnight high. Let's put the overnight high. Okay, so we do have the overnight here on the ES. You're gonna have to bear with me with the ES. It's going to be a lot of learning while I get to know this thing, right? No, I was testing my rhythmic. Everything was running smooth. All right, so let me move this thing. Put the tick chart right here. There we go. Move this thing. Okay, so I have the ES right here. NQ. So this is my main chart. There we go. So I'm watching here the ES, and I can see how this level can be. So this level right here, this is all overnight, right? So I will put here the, I will have the 1500 also on the ES right to on my right hand side screen, so I can be aware of what is going on in both of them. All right, so my risk today is going to be $200, right? Let's put the main screen right here. There you go. So we're off. All right, where's the dollar? Let me, all right, I'm going to put the dollar right here also. 5 minutes. Remember, the blue line will make me a bit more bullish, okay? Now we need to let this thing breathe to the downside if it's going to drop. We barely broke the overnight low at the open, and then we're just holding right there. NQ is going up. All right, so NQ, ES, and RTY are bouncing back up, and Dow Jones is just straight down. There's a lot of divergence in these markets in the low time frame, in the lower time frame. All right, I want to put here the volume, the bar timer. There we go. Bar timer. There we go. So I do have a couple of areas here in the NQ to go long from Friday. I have 430 to 420, then 400, and then 377, right? What do I need to see? I need to see, all right, what's going on with the ADQD here? Let me go here to the data. All right, I do not have tick chart. I don't know why I don't have the data on. Oh, there we go. All right, so tick chart hasn't gotten to the zero line yet. ADQD on the negative side of the chart. Tick chart to the zero line. Tick chart to the zero line. dollar is in supply, is in an area of supply, but still very bullish and coming back to some sort of area here where I like for more continuation to the upside. Remember, I will be more bearish after, sorry, I will be more bullish after 111,500 on the dollar. For now, I'm biased to the short side just because I do think that the dollar needs to get to that level. So maybe if it comes to 500, I will short this. Maybe, yeah. And it looks like the NQ is a one that is weaker. All right, so the tick chart is at the 0 line. The only thing is ADQ. The ADQ is not pretty. There you go. So I am going to put an order here. I would like ideally, well, the tick chart is at the 0 line. So, all right. So I have an order here. We haven't broken to the upside though. ES looks a lot more bullish than the NQ. So I am in this thing. Let's see if we can have some push to the downside. Yeah, so tick chart is navigating above the 0 line. Let's see if we can have the push up to this level. So yeah, I am probably I am 1-to-1 right here. Not even close. I feel like this thing is so volatile. Like the tick chart hasn't broken to the downside. All right, at this point, I'm gonna put my stop at break even. Okay, I'm close to 1-to-1. So I'm bringing my stop at break even. My target is right here. Remember, if this thing is gonna go and grab some like good orders from Friday, it has to be like 430 is the first level that I have that is really important. Like I'm not real paying attention to the chat though. So we are below the overnight low, so that makes me a little bit more bullish. But it is what it is. Like, I'm already in this thing. It's zero risk at this stage of the trade. There is zero risk for me. Yeah, the 5-minute looks very bullish in the ES. Also in the NQ though, the 5-minute looks very, very bullish. Like, or at least sideways in the NQ. Wow. Yeah, we do have news in 3 minutes. We do have the report that is coming out in 3 minutes. The what is it? The Chicago PMI in 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I am short. I am short from 497. 497. Sorry. 497. And I acknowledge that in 3 minutes this thing can change to the upside. I do have this area of demand that is putting some pressure. What was this? Yeah, this is an important area. It is what it is. I'm already there. So I got nothing to do. Zero risk for me in this trade. It's either target or break even. It looks like they're setting up this for a movement to the upside. Like, we haven't broken to the downside here. If we are at this level, I might scale out at least 1 or 2 contracts. Just because the news is coming out. And so if I scale out here, yeah, this thing is holding. Now the dollar is going back up. One more minute for the news. And it doesn't want to break to the downside. That makes me so bullish when the news break. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this thing might fly after the news. Just because of the behavior. There's nothing I can do. I wanted to scale out, but there's none in my plan, so it is what it is. It's 10 seconds. Not much reaction off of the news. So the good thing about the tick chart is that it's sustained below zero line. It's very, very good right there. Let's see if we can have some sort of extreme to the downside so we can put a trend. We don't have the trend yet. Yeah, this thing is being bought. Now I would like to check the NQ chart right here, because I do have 430. So 430 is an important level for me. There is a demand right there. So the good part is that the dollar hasn't gotten to the blue line. If the dollar gets to the blue line, I will be more aggressive scaling out. If the dollar gets to the blue line, I will be more aggressive to scaling out. But for now, I'm just gonna try to hold this thing. So 430, there we go. That's where my demand is. Yeah, the demand is putting a lot of pressure right there. And the tick got exhausted. Yeah. So I think it's time for me to scale out. On a second touch, probably. Yeah. All right. So I scaled out here. Scaled out my why this thing canceled the rest of the orders? I need to go check my other accounts, guys. So I am a break even here. I already scaled out. All right, so here I have no issue with this one, but the other ones, I don't know why. So my target is 411. I'm gonna take the small risk here. Okay, cool. All right, so I scaled out the majority, like 2/3 here at 30 because of the demand that I have. So if we get to this area, fine. If it doesn't, it's fine as well. So now the dollar is at the blue line. You see? So here, the most likely scenario is that this thing either bounces from this level or a 400. I'm still holding the short. I have nothing to lose. I already scaled out the majority, and the rest is a break even. That's weird. The check for updates or something, Soccernatic. Any of you guys took a short? Any of you guys took the short? All right, so this is my target is 410. Let me see if we can get to the target. We're just holding. That's weird. All right, now tick chart is diverging to the upside. Okay, so we might not get this target, or if we get it, we need some extreme on the tick to the downside so we can get to this level. Now the dollar is at resistance. And I do think that will put some buying pressure to the equity markets. Yeah. Um. Yeah, tick chart is at the zero line again, and having some upside here. So that can give us the push to the target. Let's see. That can give us the push to the target. Now my next demand is 400, but obviously I can sense that market is being bought right there. Or just 10 points is not much. All right, so right now tick chart is back at that level, the same level. That's not good. I was hoping that the tick chart was going to drop from there, but it's sustaining that level. And now the dollar started to drop from the supply. Yeah. Some buying pressure right there. I want to try to hold till the target gets hit, and that might mean that I will need to endure the retracement. Now the tick chart is breaking to the upside. That's not good. That is actually not good. Yeah. There you go. So there it comes, the retracement. We came so close off of the target, 1.5 point, and it is retracing 20 points off of the lows. Yeah. Either way, the market does not recovers in one move. So I will see if this thing is not gonna go to my target. I probably will. Yeah, there's nothing I can do right now, other than wait. Thank you. Um. Yeah. Now 400 is a very important level. We came here to 412. Let's see if we can have the push to the downside. It doesn't look like, since like honestly, it looks like the market wants to bounce. And it has some, and it has the dollar. It has the dollar on favor. The tick chart started to behave in a good shape right now. It's bouncing off of the zero line to the upside. So I will need some extreme to the downside so we can get the push and get to the target. Then after that, 400 is a very important level to the upside. Not because it's a 400, it's because it has some demand. There you go. So here is the new 5 minutes, sorry. So new 5 minutes still wants to how much are we? We're 70 points up in this trade. Let's see if we can have some yeah, we might have to endure a retracement to the upside. Either way, I just have one contract left. 2/3 of my position was already scaled out. And it's hard to hold on to the winners. I understand, but there's nothing I can do right now. It's just target, or if something drastically changes, then yes. But for now, I do think I have a good chance to hit the target. All right, so tick is coming to the lower end of the chart, so this might be it. This might be the lowest point. All right, so for the most that I wanted this to hit target is probably not gonna hit. Okay, so I will have to study. I will have to take some action here. So the dollar is going back down. That makes me, no, I need to hold on to this thing. I need to hold it on because the dollar is not, it's not going up. If the dollar continues to go up, then yes, but the dollar is holding right there. So this might get to my target, okay? And the best way to endure this type of price behavior is just not watch it. If I were out of the computer, I wasn't thinking, right? It's either my target or my stop. And that is how trading is. That's how you squeeze to your winners, right? Just holding until it gets to your target. Now the dollar, it is going up. Yeah, it's hard to hold on to your winners. It's way easier to hold on to your losers because you want to record a winning trade, right? So if you hold to your loser, you think that eventually it'll become a winning trade. That's why we tend to hold on to losers more than hold on to winners. Again, the tick chart is again on the lower part. That's not good. That is not good. And the dollar, what's the dollar doing? Dollar is just going up. What time is it? Oh, 10. So 5 seconds for this. 10 a.m. candle, like 30-minute, new 30-minute, new 4-hour. All right. This is it. This is it. This is the 4-hour retrace. That was it. That was a 4-hour, guys. It didn't get to the target. Now at this stage, bounce is more likely. Yeah. How close were we? Like we went to 1 point. Damn. So the dollar is retracing a little bit to the downside. So that could be a good sign for it to continue to the downside at this stage. Yeah, I want to see what it does here. Yo, welcome. All right, so I'm not like up enough to hold this on. This thing can retrace to my stop in no time. Like I already took a lot, like 2/3 of my position right here. And how much is it going from the lows? And honestly, if you see the 5 minutes, it doesn't look pretty to the downside. It looks pretty nice to the upside. So I want to have a trading reason why I close this trade before my target, right? If there's no trading reason, should I be take closing this position? So right now the dollar is dropping a little bit. So that makes me more bearish a little bit, right? Now the dollar came to the blue line. So and we are above the blue line. So where is this gonna go? It's hard to know. But right now the 5 minute does not look bearish. It does not look bearish at all. Oh, you too. Like Soccer Natty had some problems there. Soccer Natty has some problem also. Like I haven't. Everything is good on my end. All right, so now the dollar is chopping there. A new 5 minute on the ES created some selling pressure. Let's see if the NQ turns weaker. All right, again, tick chart is at the lows. Tick chart is at the lows. At this stage, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Yeah. So I do think the short has a limited downside. That's why my target is where it is. I think the long has more room, but my target is right here. It's 10 points away. It looks an eternity. It looks an eternity here. 1, 2, 3 points. I just don't want to be weak and break my plan, right? I just want to follow my plan. Like if it was, this was my, here's the deal. The dollar started to drop. It's hard to think that this thing is not gonna hit, but just all right. So I hit one target. Oh, I hit target on everything I see. All right, so we hit target right there. We hit target. It was very hard to endure. But I have this demand. I have this demand right here. At 398 3/4. So right now I already traded my NQ. I'm gonna go to the ES and see where I can find opportunities. Yes. Yeah, I understand, Taurus, what you say. Like, if it broke the up, like, you mean like bring my stop closer. So, look, I already bailed out 2/3 of my position, right? At this stage, I want to make myself do the right thing. Like I want to practice patience on my winners, and the best way to do it is not be in front of the computer. So you get so nervous, so anxious because look, here I was barely 1 point off of my target right here, and then here he came again so close, and then here, damn, 3 times, and then this shit it's just shot up from 13 to 50, 40 points. Now, I was making like 70, 80 points in the trade, right? But what I mean is, I want to practice just to hold on to my trades when I'm winning, because it's so random. Like I already closed it, right? But it can go 100 more points, right? It's so random. It's hard to guess. Now at this point, I'm more bullish than bearish, But that's the nature of my trading. Like the market already dropped 1.5%. Now I'm thinking this thing is gonna bounce. Um, you say this one, this swing high, or which one? Because in this drop, I don't have like a considerably like in an important swing high. This is 500 share bar. So not even this one will be a very important swing high. Yeah, it looks a lot, but it's not a lot for the market. Like this swing high, this one is just 500 share bar pivot is not a big deal. Whereas if you go here and you say, all right, so it's not even this one, right? If you go to the higher time frame, this is 500. Let's say you go to the 10 minutes. Yeah, probably this one's, right? Okay, you got this pivot, right? And then from here, you retraced to the downside and then a break to the upside here. Or probably this level, right? Overnight. Not because it's a swing, not because it's a pivot, but is a good level, right? On the 500, I just care about the on the 500, I just care about the formations. But there are a bunch of pivots. It's a lot of noise here. Oh, here. Yes, probably. Yes. It has more sense that this triple pivot here, triple top here might be a structure that now is going to put some pressure to the upside. If let's say you were saying like if it did this, then yes. It makes more sense, right? All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can find some trades in the ES. How much do we have here, by the way? How much do we have? And I don't know this replicanto. I hit target first on my. If you cannot trade Soccernatic, I mean, if you can trade and you're pissed, like, shut that shit off and walk away. Trading when you're. Yeah, so I got 87 points out of that trade. 87. That was quite a move. Quite a move. No, Taurus, look, you're way more experienced than me, right? What I've learned, look, on my days on the past when I lost a lot of money, few things happened, but one of them is that I held on too much to my losers, right? And I'm saying like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, when I started, I would just hold to my losing trades very long because I was afraid to lose, and I just held the losers in order to wait until they became winners, right? But and then I realized that, damn, if I am in a trade winning and I get to hold that thing for a long period of time, like longer, right? It might go beyond my expectations, right? It might go way beyond. And that is what I am trying to do. Like when I'm winning, I really wanted to go to my target because that's the only way for me to make money, because I'm closing my losing trades pretty quick. Now, it never got to the 400. If you guys see, never got to the 400. And I want to go check what was going on here. Like, I didn't include this test. I was like paying attention to this one. But at this point, I do think the long is higher probability. Let's go to the ES. How do you feel, Stack? How do you feel with 2 break-evens? I figure keep your feelings in check will give you a hint on your progress. All right, so here's the ES, the 1500. Ooh, we do have this. Nice. Let's see if we can have this. So I want to see. All right, so the ES is a lot stronger than the NQ. This is the ES, so we're gonna go to the account that I just opened. Now we'll put on. Let me go see the internals. So ADSPD, ADD is good. Tick chart is trending up, right? So I want some exhaustion. I would say like minus 200. So remember, this is sim trading for me, okay? It's not real money. I'm gonna test this strategy. So I wanna see this area. I wanna see this area. And I wanna see this one right here. So instead of me just taking this part of the area, If it bounce, so my strategy will be here. Again, don't take these trades. These are sim trades, okay? I'm just testing this thing. So I'll put this one. I will put this one. I'll put, and I will wait for this to get here. But if it doesn't and it bounces, I will put the order right here. All right. All right. So there you go. Long. All right. So it blew this one. Now let's put the limit order right here. It blew that one. And I'm going to go for a 3-to-1. Smart risk, $500. What if I put this one here?
Order submitted.
Yeah. Stock market heat map is 98% right. Hard to want to get long. What do you mean by that? That this is hard that the market will bounce? Mm. Yes. No, you're right. And the the ADD for the ES is negative. But the dollar reached to a level that it might just chop right there. Now I took a short on the NQ, right? And I'm testing this strategy with the ES. This is not real money. The real money trade was like half an hour ago. Nice, nice, Tack. So if you feel better, that's progress. Remember what we talked about on Saturday? Like you gotta test, you gotta commit time, money, and effort towards getting better and consistent, right? So how do you do that? So you commit the money, and then you execute your trades, and then you start like paying attention to your feelings. Oh, I feel pretty nervous. I feel pretty X, right? However you feel, and then you start to become more aware of what is going on. I am not very bearish. I tell you the truth. I'm not. I am not very bearish. I am not very bearish. I'm just testing this strategy on the ES. Gotcha.
Order filled.
Gotcha. So at the end, I put the order at 77. So it was 76 somewhere that I wanted to put the order. Why did I put it here? Oh, yeah, because of this pivot. So because of this pivot. So tick chart this time. I mean, ADD is not, is on the negative side, but it's not incoherent. So and tick chart is, it's not bad. It's trending higher. Now I don't know how much should I risk in this type of trades, how the ES behaves, and I don't know the reactions on the on different time frames, right? For instance, I don't step in front of a very bullish 7-minute candle on the NQ. So those things are things that I'm just need to start learning in this ES. So here it is, my main demand, like explosive accumulation. Move up, couple wicks right there, couple of sideways candles, and then an explosion to the upside, okay? So I wanted to include this area because of this pivot. And I will start logging these trades in the, I will open up a new account on the H1. I will put this as a new account and we'll start getting new statistics so it doesn't get mixed up with my regular data. So you have the advanced decline, but the advanced decline, if you see the ADSPD, I know it is on the negative side. The majority of the companies are going down. That is true, right? But it started to trend higher since the open. And look, Taurus, anything can happen. Like this thing can drop 5%. Or it can go up 3% today. Like I couldn't care less. I just try to execute the best way I can, right? So reading off of the ADSPD, meaning the ADD for the ES, is trending higher right now. It was negative, now is going a little bit to the upside. Now the good part here is that the dollar finally hit my level, and I think there's a chance for it to drop. So if it drops or chops around that level, that'll be a good long. Just because we're in supply. So I won't be moving my stop after 1-to-1 if we get 1-to-1, right? I just want to learn from this thing. I want to learn from the behavior of the ES. Oh, in this chart, I need to put the volume counter. Show percent. There you go. You know, I was diagnosed to ADHD. That's weird. Like everybody has that thing, especially with social media. It's so distracting. All right, so I'm gonna leave this trade run. Remember, this is not real money. This is a sim trade. This is my experiment with the ES. I'm trying to get better at the ES so we can include it in my trading plan. I'm gonna just brew a coffee for myself. Okay, I'm coming. We were close to being stopped out right there. So I want to see if the NQ actually, how the NQ react. Oh, the NQ blew the area, but we got to the second one. So the ES is behaving a lot more bullish than the NQ, obviously. But the one that it has more bullishness is the RTY. MB, I know you focus your trading in the ES. How much do you risk in average on the ES? How many points? £6. Okay, so I'm risking somewhere around that, right? 575. So it's okay. So I want to know what's the ATR. What is the ATR for these ES here on the 5 minutes? Just to get this to know, I need to get to know this thing if I want to trade it. So ATR, I want to know the last 5 minutes. There we go. Where is it? Visible. There we go. 6 points. So 665. So if you risk 6 points, the chances that you last at least one 5-minute candle is good. All right. It's fine. We've been here 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes already. Now the ES is a lot slower than the NQ. Do you see how the NQ blew few zones? The NQ, the NQ blew this one. See that? We did have this one's way before. So the NQ blew this zone, and then the second one is working. Whereas in the ES, we're just sitting in the first one. Actually, one that was created here. $5 Edgar's. Okay, so $300 per contract. Yeah, that's similar to what I risk in the NQ probably 15 to 20 points. Good. Now the dollar made a new high, which is good for us, right, for this trade. I want to see the ADQD. The ADQD is sorry, the ADD. I need to just get accustomed to saying ADD. ADD, ADQD, those two. And the tick chart. Tick chart is, I don't know how to read this one very much, but it looks like it's trending higher. I did not just long. I've been long since here, since this level from here. Remember, this is me testing this thing, okay? It's not real money. This is not a proven profitable strategy yet. Okay? This is not a proven profitable strategy yet. I don't have data on the ES. I'm gonna start collecting data from today. I don't think it's a counter trend trade. Probably it's a counter trend trade today. But look to the left. Look to the left. Where are we coming from? Look, we're coming from that from look, this is Friday. So this is not a counter trend. We haven't broken any higher time frame, right? Like I always say, I don't pay attention to the trend though. I just pay attention to the environment. What is the context telling me? The dollar is in supply, right? If the dollar is in supply, the markets do have a chance to go up. Period. And I want to play that. I wanted to play that play all the time. Like it's way more profitable for me to think that way than just watching if it's going down. I'm gonna just try go to the downside. Like it was not good for me. That doesn't mean it's good for it's not good for you. Like you have to find your edge. I traded a trend. Do you mean in the NQ? In the NQ? Oh, I just executed. Look, the dollar had some room to the upside, and the dollar was sitting in this. I'll explain that trade. Yeah, I will explain that trade today or in this video or in another video. I will explain it. But for now, let's see what this thing is going to do. So I don't like to play that. Trend is down, I'm just shorting. Trend is up, it's just shorting. Trend is up, it's just longing. And like I don't like to think that way when I trade, because trend changes. When the trend changes, then you're screwed until a new trend develops, right? And then you have to wait few pivots to create a new trend, and then you change your bias. Whereas my way to see things here is dollars in supply, rates are going up or down. I have other hands, there's ADD, ADQD, and tick chart, and those are telling me X, do this or do that. That's all the equation for me, right? Now here, I chose standard 2.5 risk and reward ratio. So I didn't pay attention to this, right? I didn't pay attention to any of these areas. But if I want to pay attention to these areas, what time is this? 7 in the morning. What time is this? 9. All right. So here, you might have some before this target. So probably here. Okay. So probably there. Probably here is a good level to take your profits. Now, how much is from my entry? I mean, in terms of risk and reward ratio, it's not good. So this is 3. Let's put 2. All right, it's going to be 2 to 1. Okay. But if my entry was here, which it was my plan at the beginning, I don't know why I put that thing there. So 3 to 1 would have been here. Okay. And either with a proven trading plan, one single trade might work or might not work. So it's impossible to predict one single trade. It's literally impossible. It has been for me, and I know it's impossible in to think in orders in single trades, just a universe of trades. Does a view up? How do you look at the trend, MB? I think sharing is good, so everyone can learn. So RTY is double topping right there. Yeah, and the YM is like the NQ is a 1. If you want to short, you gotta go with the NQ. So if you check here, this is where I short from. No. Oh, I shorted from here. Damn. See that? What a move. Whew. 132 points. So we need to let this trade play it out. Either stop or target. No moving the stop, no moving more to target. It is what it is. I just need to collect data. I think it's very important for a trader to just think in that way, like collecting data, getting better, etc. Like the outcome will come. If you are a data-driven trader, then you do whatever works all the time, and you adapt. Running out of steam on the ES. Today's range is on ES is 10 to 15 point per trade. Yeah. Yeah, how much is this swing? So this swing is 15, and then from here to here 14. Yeah, that's about it. So ADD looks pretty good. It retraced on this retracement here enough for it to find some more some levels to for a continuation. So for now, it does not look bad. Tick chart, good, coherent. I want to see if in this retracement we did have some divergence to the downside. So 1036, what is 1036 right here? There we go. We did have some divergence. So actually, that was good. So that was good here. Nice. So for you guys that have are not in a trade or are not busy, if you don't mind to put in the chat what is a good need that you might have in trading, so I can come up with videos for you guys. I will stop putting the recaps, and I have to work more in some educational videos if I want to grow this channel. So what do you guys think is a good video for me to come up and help you with? Like, for instance, regarding trading psychology or how my entries and so on. If you guys have the time. So we do have some exhaustion right there in the tick chart. It's exhausted. It's coming to a minus 400, giving us an extreme low. Besides, psychology is always a great area to everybody needs help in. Yeah, anything you teach is good. Now, Yunling, I try to improve. Like I can always improve. Entries. Okay, cool. Entries. That's on the technical side of the trading. All right, entries. Edgar's. I don't remember. You came for Saturday's live stream, Edgar's. I would like to see some depth in what are good, on what are good and what are bad supply demand zones. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Good. I'm gonna take notes. About King Arthur, I'm gonna put a video together for you because I think that's very important. But just to go ahead of the video, freshness and geometry, right? How does it look, and how many times the supply or the demand has been tested? That's the key. But good. Good supply demands area. Oh, so that's a very comprehensive way of how I see. King Arthur, you were not on Saturday, or at least you didn't participate, but Saturday's video is when I put together some sort of a trading strategy for the ES. So you can see there how I put together the strategy and how I look for areas where to trade from. Okay, and that's what I did here. That's what I did here. That's how I got this area to trade from. Okay. So I think is a good learning. It's a good investing time if you go watch that Saturday video. Price action. You know what, Edgar's? I'm not very good at reading price action. I'm very bad at it, and I think it distracts me sometimes, especially when I am in a trade. I want to like try to read what is going to happen next, and what I conclude is that it's better if I don't touch anything. The ideal scenario for me is just walk away to the computer, like walk away, target or stop. Is the best way to do it for me, right? Because I get like, all right, it's dropping, it's going up, it's dropping, it's going up, and I'm already in the friggin' trade. Like I got nothing to do, either win or loses. Just read them in a very like more relaxed pace probably, and have a highlighter or a notepad like the one that I have here, and put whatever, especially trading books. Like if you're reading a story, if it's interesting, you will remember it. But for instance, I want you to see this. Look, these 3 books that are very important for me, I don't read it once. I come back, right? And I have some marks, like this one, understanding options. Look, I have marks. I go back and I highlight. Same thing for this one, right? You see that? Like you don't, especially in books that are gonna make you better in something. You need to reread them and you try to get the most out of them. I have a bunch of books that I have read that I don't remember anything, or if I remember, it wasn't good, right? Trend identification. Everyone is struggling with psychology in trading, but the majority of trading wants is trading system. Yes, and I'll tell you what. 3. Because people think there is a backdoor in trading, and not in trading, in anything. People think there is a magic pill for anything, like trading, becoming a good realtor, becoming a good lawyer. Everything comes with experience and work, smart work. I won't say hard work only, but hard work is is there also, right? I know the best ones, the best one of the best. They just work a lot harder than the average, like Kobe, MJ. Like you see documentaries from them. They threw thousands of shots from 5 a.m. while the other ones were sleeping, and these guys even they were the best, but they still worked a lot harder. So I think working hard is part of the equation. Hard and smart. There's no backdoor in anything. There's no backdoor, and I am experiencing it in YouTube. Like the YouTube is freaking hard as well, but I'm willing to put in the work. Like it's fun. I have a lot of fun. Even when some guys just come here and give me 1 second. All right, my dog is getting crazy. All right, let's keep going. I never met a single trader in life that's smarter once they are in the get smarter once they are in a trade. They always need to stick to the plan, feeling any emotion and whatever. I'm for whatever. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard after I'm in a trade to try to like make decisions. Like the majority of time I make the wrong decision when I am in a trade. So that's why I've just my best way to treat trades is just not touching them. So trading psychology. Okay. Target background. Okay. Capital. To protect our capitals or gains, think a better take. Okay, Edgar's. That's a good point. Or why and when to move your stop. Why and when to move stop to break even, right? And why I do it. The reason is this one. So here's the reason. So my reason is more psychological than anything else. And I can prove that with my data. And here's the deal. If I take a trade, okay, and my target is always more than 5 to 1, let's say 7, 8, 9 to 1, but my statistic says more than 6 to 1 because that's what I record. If it goes beyond 6 to 1, I don't put 7, 8, no, I just put more than 6 to 1, okay? Because I don't usually put more than 5 to 1. So I could get a 5 to 1, but for me to go like 10 to 1 is hard. So my targets are never 10 to 1. But so in this sense, I just record plus 6 to 1, okay? So out of my entire trades, my universe of trades, 20% of them 20% of my winners, they go more than 6 to 1, right? So if I were not moving the stop, if I don't move the stop to break even after 1 to 1, I would need to hold my trades until they hit 6 to 1 for me to be profitable, right? So how realistic is that in this environment of volatility? Is not realistic for me. It might be for you, but it's not for me right now. So if I want to be a lot more profitable, I will need to hold to my winners. And you guys saw what happened to me in the morning. Like I scaled out and then it came so close to my target, but I couldn't, like I really wanted, this is me being honest with you. I really wanted to just that shit to go to my target, but price does not work that way. Prices move up and down, right? Like it is right now. Okay. So, so my thing here is, all right, if you move your stop to 1 to 1, if I move my stop to to break even after 1 to 1, psychologically helps me big time because I do protect. I create this sense of protection for me and my account, right? So I don't have to endure so many losses, right? I don't have to endure so many losses in my trading account. Like, look at this. If I have 10 winners, only 20% will go to 6 to 1, right? So I need to understand that 80% will not go, right? And I will have among those 80% a lot of losers, right? So my psychology does not handle it well yet, okay? But that's why I decided to create this thing. Like, all right, 1 to 1, I'll move break even and then I'll make the decision. And I do have a plan. I do have a decision matrix when I would retake the same trade. And sometimes I break the rules. Sometimes I act emotionally. Sometimes I do it perfectly, right? But yes. So I think with more experience, you get better at anything, right? Trading, if you're a plumber, electrician, you name it, realtor, lawyer, MD. If the more experience you have, the better, right? One second. All right, so this sim trade went to our target. It was a very conservative 2-1, but we started collecting data on the ES, right? I haven't traded the ES in a long time, but most importantly, I haven't traded the ES this way, never, right? Ever. So this is pretty new for me. So good point, Edgars. That good point. I think every trader has to adapt their trading plan to their psychology, what they are able to overcome. Okay. My trade plan might not be suitable for all of you guys. Oh yeah. Look, Arthur, King Arthur. If you don't collect data on yourself, if you're not collecting data on the market, that makes no sense to me. The market is 100% random. And if you got, right now, if you have Goldman Sachs selling $3 billion off of futures, this thing is going to tank, right? So, but how do we predict that? It's impossible. You need to work with averages. You need to work with whatever is more probable. So you collect data on yourself. Whenever you're trading, you collect data on yourself. How do you perform? Where you move, when you move your stop. I'll show you what I do. So this doesn't have to be you. I've always says this. I always says here that you need to collect data on yourself. And for instance, all right, what's going on here? All right, cool. So called all the things that I have here. On entry comments, how was it? It was a limit order, micro mini mistake, meaning if I put a mini trade instead of a micro, not in a zone, stop market order confirmation, FOMO, limit entry after initial move, late to the trade, etc. Right? Exit comments, too much risk, stopped at break even. So I have different options, right? Things that I have done in the past, things that I have mistakes that I've committed. For instance, on custom comments, I do have reversal distracted. I was distracted. It was a reversal pattern, inside a sideways pattern, reversal pattern long, reversal pattern short, wrong side of the trade, the ADD wrong side of the trade, ADD too early to call, ADD coherent, ADD not coherent, and then I start checking up those things, right? Here's what the one that I was talking about. It went beyond my target, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, more than 6-1. Period. If I click here, could have gone 10-1, 20-1. I just collect up to 6-1 for now, right? And then I do that. Like I do crazy shits. Like, look, The 7 minute was young, the candle was young, the candle was old, or was in the middle, was half of the time, right? Is this is very unusual statistic, but I like to collect it, right? How old and how young a candle is. That helps me with my timing, right? Yes, if you don't do that, well, I didn't improve till I did that, King Arthur. Um, until you, because what I used to do is just, all right, I'm gonna just translate, I'm gonna just record my trades. So I used to download the data and put it into the H1. I didn't improve shit, like nothing, zero, nada. Like I started to get better when I started collecting like real data. Like, all right, here, if you come here, right, this is my statistics, and then I record screenshots. See that? And then I come back, right? Especially here, I do have missed trades. Look how many missed trades I have. Look how many trades I have missed, right? But once I put them here, I learn. And if sometimes I am trying to recognize a pattern, but I don't recognize it, I come back here and oh, what happened this day? Oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing, okay? And I start to refresh my brain with information. Oh, look at this. I remember this day. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then it came back and then it reversed to the upside and so on, right? But like I said, it got nothing to do with the market. It has all to do with you. Thank you, Rich. Last Saturday was the first time I saw how you collected the data. Not sure if you will be able to take us through that process again. Yes. I will start working on more videos. Oh shit. Oh my god. This is bad. This is really bad because I had the other screen and I want to show you this. Oh, where the fuck it is. There you go. Again, so every time I journal one of these, do you see how many things I collect? ADD, candles, inside the zone. I do collect data on trend, MB. I know this is you are very interested in this. Do you see this? Custom comment number 8 is I do collect data on trend. 30 minutes, 7 minute, and 3 minute. 30-minute downtrend, uptrend, or sideways. But I'll tell you, I haven't find any edge on that. But it's not for me. But like I said, you can use trend. I don't use it very much. We don't see it. So, what do you say? We need to be careful here of possible switching trend. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Every time I open up a new browser, this thing just changes screens. But let me know what you want to see. Look, this is my H1, right? And here's where I collect the data, right? So I put advanced trade data, and I put entry, exit, and trade management comments, and then custom statistics. See that? If it's a break even, here's when I put it goes beyond, it went beyond my target. 3, 4, 5 to 1, 6 to 1. Location is a good location, no location, middle of the curve, low of the curve. See that? I collect data on trend. I do collect data on trend, because I know the majority of people trade with trend, and I understand that. I do understand, but I haven't find an edge for me. That doesn't mean that if this thing is flying to the upside, that I'm gonna start shorting, right? Because I want to be a counter trend. That makes no sense, right? But the reason is not the trend itself. The reason is ADQD and the dollar and other stuff that I have that tells me, all right, you should be looking at this, looking at that. Okay. I think the trend is just a consequence, and it's so hard. It's so hard for me to try to guess when it's going to be trending day or not. It's like I haven't find anything that can tells me, all right, today is going to be the friggin' plus 3% or minus 3%. It's just speculation. News often gives directions on trend. I do agree partially with that, MB. When we have some movement, not the news itself, but the reaction of the report coming out. For instance, this is one example. If we have unemployment, whatever it is, but after the unemployment came out, the thing just went up straight. I understand that probably that gives you direction, but what I like to see off of that is just the chart. Yeah, the chart gives me more direction. So if I want that direction to be sustained throughout the day, I want to see the dollar and the rest of the things coherent. So I feel more confident about the direction. I think thinking in trend is a bit, let me be clear. Like here, I know the majority of people trade out of the trend, and if your trend is the trend is your friend till the bend and the end, and I understand all that. And you want to be at the right side of the trend, but I have been able to improve my trading big time without paying attention to the trend. That's it. All right, so just to summarize, right, for those people that are just yes, no, that's a good point, MB. That's a good point. But what the dollar was doing, on Friday, so we hit the demand right now. We hit the demand, sorry. And then we went to the up. It's not that I want to find an answer for everything, right? That's literally impossible. And the dollar is 80% opposite color correlated to the market. So there's no way for me to know when the market is going to move 3%, period. There's no way to know. And I think it's useful for me to accept that and try to plan around that fact. Because you're watching it in hindsight. Like, who knew the market was going to move 3% on Friday? Like, I certainly didn't. I still got 50 points on the short side. The only retracement, all the conditions were met. I shorted it. Yeah, of course. But for me, I understand we need to trade with the direction. Perfect. All right. So does that mean that you will put a long right now on the ES? That's a recipe for disaster right now for me. Like, I wouldn't put a long right here for a few reasons. Number one, psychologically, it's hard because I had this area. I had these areas right here, and okay. So if I were to put a trade right here, I will have to have the expectations that everything else is going to move in my favor, right? Location is not good. Location is simply not good for me. Could it go higher from here, 2%? Yes, like anything could happen, right? But I don't have it. Like the dollar already, look, the dollar is moving up, and every time it comes down, right, it's hesitating, right? It's not creating new lows, right? So the dollar hasn't turned yet. This is just me, right? This is just me. And I am very, I don't want to say stubborn. That's not a good word, but I would like to put it this way. I would rather being very strict where I'm gonna trade from in the chart, so I don't have too many trades for the day, right? Because one could argue that this is a good long. Another one could argue this is a good long, and they're right, and this is a good long, and this is a good long, right? But for me, it's either in this location or none. Okay? The way the more it goes to the upside, the less probable for me to hit my target. Is because of trading the potential of the trade. My type of trading is not like, all right, I'm gonna get in here for a continuation. That's my only comment, right? If you guys find an edge, why I am not a good scalper? Because my risk and reward ratio has to be inverted. Like I will have to risk probably 5 points to get 3 points, right? I'm not very good at that. No, 100%, MB, 100%. Like I said, if you find this type of trade all the time and you're consistently making profit off of this move, that's great. That is being a good trader. That is being a good trader. I cannot argue with one that trade off of EMAs, VWAP, MACD, RSI, whatever you name it. Like I think everyone can find an edge, right? In anything. And I do think if you are psychologically adapted, you can make profits off of trading indicators, right? Because you're good at it. I am not. I couldn't find an edge on trading indicators. I was like trading all over the chart. I wanted to place trades, like in every move. I think it's good. It's good that we discuss here and we get better. Look, if the dollar drops to this level again, I would say it's not a bad short. The short wouldn't be bad, but I need the dollar to drop to this level. I'll show you guys. So if the dollar drops, let me put that screen. If the dollar drops to this level, 380, or the London Open, where the London Open is right here. Oh, so we have a lot of room. 3. So I don't think it's realistic for the dollar to come to these levels. But look, these levels right here is not bad. For the long, for the short on the equity markets. But if the dollar stays right there, I think the market will continue to go up. Right? The more sideways. I started this live saying, all right, if the dollar comes to this and it stays sideways, that the market will go up, or that is my assumption, right? Now, if the dollar drops and grabs some buy orders here, most likely that this retracement is just a dead cat bounce, and then it's going to continue to the downside. We'll see. I got emails from these funded companies that they're probably having trouble with Rhythmic. I haven't have any. I have two companies running, Apex and One Up. There been, I mean, I haven't have any problem with them, but sometimes Rhythmic is crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna take 2 minutes off. I'm coming back, okay? So I have a few ideas for the videos. Yeah, is right now is a bit choppy. All right, so I think I'm gonna take off here. Today I need to pick up my daughter. Just set up my own spreadsheet to start collecting data. Thanks for that massive tip, man. No worries, brother. Um, whatever you think it could influence in your trading, just put it there. What were you thinking? If you argue with your wife in the morning, if you overslept, yeah, like you you have no idea how you could change if you just watch yourself, what you do, technically and emotionally. Um, I not only collect data technically, I do keep a very thorough journal of myself. Um, I think, and this will not only improve your trading, it will improve like every aspect in your in your life. Everything in your life will get better because you will be more conscious, sorry. If you can hit that like button and hit that notification button, because I sometimes I go live and you guys don't join to the live stream. Like Saturday I was live. I think Saturday is one of my best videos. Not because I say it. I think it was one of the best videos I've ever done because it was very very uh fruitful. It was very good for people and either for myself. Like like I improve every time I do those type of live streams, right? No, no, no. I trade. Uh, yes, I trade. I trade the entire day, but I need to. My wife is not feeling good, so I need to pick up my daughter today, and then we're gonna go trick or treating, and you know what's the drill today. So today is kind of like a short day. So I'm gonna, when I close the live today, I'm gonna record the trades. I'm gonna log them in, and then I need to take off like around like 12:30. So I need to do that fast. Um, Thank you, buddy. Thanks. Um, Edgar's. Look at this. The biggest lie, like the YouTubers and traders online tells you, is that you can sit here 30 minutes and they put a title $1,000 in 10 minutes or $2,000 in 5 minutes. That's so wrong because I spent so much screen time. Like I cannot tell you how much time I've been in front of the charts trading, like losing money, making money, losing money, making money, trying to improve, and not only I got to realize that either I'm more organized and see this as a real business, and you get serious about trading, and you log your trades, and you treat this as if it was a company. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be at this stage, taking good trades and doing all this work, right? Oh, so you're pretty new. So you need to feed your mind with price action, and you need to feed your mind with good stuff, with information. It takes time, right? It's gonna take time for me on the ES. Not because I want to trade today, that means I'm ready to take the ES and raise $5,000. No, that's not like how this works. I will lose a lot of trades in the ES. I will. I guarantee you that on this journey of me starting to trade the ES, I will lose a lot of trades, but I will learn from them, right? Thank you, Boship Brahim. Yeah. Do you mean my personal account was $417? But I among my all accounts, I did. Let me do the math. The math is 758 times 3 plus 413. I did $2,700 today. I made $2,700. So the one up Apex and Apex Trader trades, both accounts in Apex, they were levered 2-1 to this one. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Psychology, risk management, and yes, preserve your capital. Don't have unrealized expectations. Yes. This takes time and it's super hard, but it's very rewarding. Yes. Do you know what is as much as rewarding as trading, Taurus? The YouTube is pretty rewarding for me. It can be hard at sometimes because I'm just shy from 700 subscribers, right? And I do have haters, so I do have people that hates me. I don't hate anyone, but not that hates me personally, but they don't agree with what I do here and they criticize me big time. So in that sense, YouTube is not easy. But I think it's part of the game and I need to learn how to handle that. But YouTube is very rewarding as well. Like, do good for people. Sharing here not only makes me feel better, it helps me of not doing stupid shit in the trading, right? Like it keeps me out of doing stupid shit. Like taking trades that I didn't plan, for instance. Manage your expectations and you will make anything in life. If you manage your expectations, you will achieve anything. It's not easy because we're humans and we always have some expectations. One guy that helped me big time, I feel like you sometimes you feel the repercussions of other people's smoke blowing. Yeah. The other YouTubers give YouTubers imagined. Yeah, I figure. So let's get back to expectations. Like, if you want to learn how to control your expectations, there's this guy called John. John DeMartini, and his book is called um, The Breakthrough Experience. The Breakthrough Experience. I have it somewhere there. The Breakthrough. Oh, and the Value Factor. This is another one. The Value Factor and Breakthrough Experience. Um, this can help you to manage your expectations. He talks about how everything in life have a one positive and one negative, and it's pretty like it's very good. It's pretty powerful. If you do it honestly with yourself, you will start seeing things differently. Like I would get very I would like before I would celebrate every winner so badly, like so badly, and I would charge my body with this energy, this positive energy. But then after I record the win and the money was in the account, like the euphoric moment just settles down, and then it's gone. There's no more happiness, right? And then you have this dopamine spike because you had a winner and you celebrate it like big time, and then like after a couple of hours, then you're like literally and biologically it happens to your body. You get depressed. Like all that euphoric moment just wears off your chemistry, yeah, or your internal chemistry, and then you start feeling very bad. Like probably not at the 2 hours, but then you have one expectation that you will come tomorrow and you will take the same trade. But guess what? Next day you come here and you lose the trade in no time, like 9:31, and you're minus 500. Oh my god! And then is when that dopamine spike that you had yesterday from your winner now is double strong to the downside in terms of emotions. Like you feel double bad because you lost the trade. So managing expectations is so important. It's so important. I stopped regretting my losing trades, and I stopped celebrating my winning trades. It's just part of the job, winning and losing, right? I know is not a easy thing to achieve, especially when you're starting, because you're starting and you take a trade and you say, "Wow, this thing works," right? Yes, like absolutely, Taurus, absolutely. Yes. Look, losing is part of the game. Losing is part of the game. The the difference in trading is that they actually take money out of your account. But if you have a business, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. But the majority of the time you win, right? In trading, you don't need to win the majority of the time. You need to win more money when you win, right? Meaning, if you risk 1x, you need to make 5x, right? But it's different than any other business in that sense. So yeah, manage your expectations, guys. The value factor, John DeMartini, and the breakthrough experience. The breakthrough experience is actually a step by step on how you level, how you balance your expectations in every situation. For instance, and he does this the I think he calls the collapse when you have for instance one person that you want to do this or manage your expectations with a person, then you apply this technique, and he calls collapse the person. I'm gonna apply the collapse. I'm gonna collapse this, right? So I'm gonna like break everything out of the situation so I can understand how positive and how negative the situation is, right? Very good, very good. I would dare to say that this guy is one of my mentors. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Taurus. That's the goal. That's the goal. To feel equally good or bad when you win or lose. Because at the end of the day, it's just one trade. Now, if you make that trade big enough to hurt you, you're probably trading too big of a size, right? For me, if I lose 10 trades in a row, my account will not disappear because I will be very aggressive cutting my size if I'm in a losing streak, like I did last week. I were taking trades risking $75. That's very low for a $21,000 account. That's basically invisible, right? If I lose $70, I wouldn't notice. So that's where you want to be when you're in a losing streak. And if you're making money and if your account is growing, then you start putting more size, right? No problem, Brahim. Like as you guys see, I have a bunch of books that I can recommend you. All right, guys. I think this is for me. This is it for me. See you guys tomorrow, 9:10. I'm gonna start trading doing the live stream at 9:10 in the morning. No more recaps. I will do some educational videos from now on. Probably not this week, and I'm starting to see what are the topics that I'm gonna work on. But for now, just one live stream a day. Okay? If you have any question, just shoot me an email, tradingfutureslive@gmail. I don't have many right now, so I can't reply. I would appreciate if you haven't subscribe to the channel so we can get to more trades and help more people. Okay? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button. Thank you. Thank you, Snake, King, Taurus, Ying Lee, all of you guys. Beto, George, Taurus. We'll see. I'm not very ambitious, but whatever it is good. MB, Brahim, all of you guys. I appreciate you spend your time with me, okay? John Q. Thank you. Bye-bye.